Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for the second time tonight. Now we have the boys varsity game, your Mead Mavericks versus Monarch High.
Yep, tonight you got two teams that are kind of struggling to start the season. Monarch is 1-9. Your Mavericks are still looking for their first victory. For the Mavericks, you should be watching out for number 2, Seth Coet. He's averaging 13 points per game. And Cohen Hunter, who is averaging 9 points per game.
To take the jump is going to be Brenner Stapp and Jake Santee. Brenner really jumps out of the gym here. Cohen Hunter's going to get that. Loose ball, Seth Coates going to get it. Brenner's going to put up a shot. That's a great first bucket. Hot start for the Mavs. That's going to be Riley Sosa. He's going to get that to Tag Hutton. He's going to put up a three. That's off the mark. We're going to swing that back to Sosa. He's going to put up a nice jump shot there. Rebounded by Brenner Stapp. Seth Coates going to take this one up the court. He's going to get it all the way to Sam Brennan. To Cohen Hunter. To Rogowski in the middle. Out to Coet. Going to try to get that to Stapp. They're going to push that all the way up to Hutton, who's going to put up a fast break bucket. First of the night. Hunter's going to take this up for the Mavs. To Brennan. To Coet. Rogowski. Back to Hunter. Coet.
Zone look
Across
here
to
from Monarch.
Hunter. That's a good rebound by Duster. He's going to get it to Sosa. He's going to get it to Santee. He's going to try to make something happen, and he's going to get an and one there. That's a good bucket there.
Yeah, we saw a little zone defense there from Monarch. Starting the game off. Santee went to the line. He is only 2 for 4 on the season, so these will be his 5th shot from the free throw line. He's 2 for 4. We'll knock that one down.
Brandon's going to take it up the court for the Mavs. Monarch in a full court press with the two frontmen being Sosa and Hutton. Seth Coates going to be fouled and pushed out of bounds by number 23, Tag Hutton. Going to inbound to Brennan. He's going to get it to Coet. To Rogowski. He's going to skip pass all the way across to Hunter. He's going to dish to Brenner down low. Stapp's going to
Over the back.
attempt to put back, but getting over the back call. Unfortunate call there.
Good ball movement there to start the possession, see if they can finish it a little bit better next time, as Monarch's defense is forcing a lot of pressure.
Sosa's going to take this one up the court for Monarch. He's going to get it to Hutton in the corner. Who's going to give it to Trujillo, who's going to put up a jumper. That's going to be rebounded by Rogowski as Brendan's going to push this up the court. He's going to get it to Cohen Hunter. Back to Brendan. To Coet, who puts up a three. Bang from downtown. Seth Coet ties this one up at 5s as Sosa's going to take this up the court. Duster puts up a bucket there guarded by Stapp, and that's going to be off the mark. He's going to get it to Hunter. He's going to put up a nice lay, but that's going to be off the mark, and that's going to be rebounded by Hutton. He's going to try to push that to Duster, but that's going to be stolen by Rogowski. He's going to dish to Hunter. He's going to dish to Coet. He's going to let that one out of bounds.
Yeah, got a little kind of played too fast there. Got to slow it down, let the play develop a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree with that. as Sosa's going to take this one up the court for Monarch High. He's going to get that to Hutton. He's going to get that to Trujillo. Back to Hutton. All the way across to Duster, who's going to put up a three that's off. Back to Hutton, who's going to put up a three that's off again. He's going to get it back to Duster. He's going to finally put it up.
Got to get a board there.
There's a hard push down low. Brenner Stapp's running. Oh, Rogowski going to put up a three.
Foul on the floor. Let's see if they count the basket.
Basket count. It's going to be on Monarch's number 1, Riley Sosa, and it's going to give the Mavs the ball back. Brenner Stapp really kind of got this one going down here. Samuel Brandon's going to inbound it to Rogowski, who just splashed that three. He's going to dish it to Coet. Who's going to get it to Hunter? He's going to get it back to Coet. Over to Rogowski. To Brennan. He's going to get it to Coet, who puts up a three and bangs it again. From downtown, number 2, Seth Coet. Sosa's going to get that to Trujillo. Trujillo puts up a deep three, tries to match, but no sauce.
Keep the run going. Keep the momentum.
Mavs up 11-7 right now. Sam Brandon's going to push this up. Get it to Coet. All the way across to Hunter. Hunter back to Coet. Back to Hunter. Back to Coet. To Rogowski, who puts up a nice finish. That's a great assist play there. Great finish. As Sosa is going to push this one up the court for Monarch High. And he's going to put up a little crazy shot. But Jack Duster with an amazing putback right there. Brendan's going to get this up the court for the Mavs. Dribbling through that pressure. Puts up a nice float shot. Unfortunately doesn't make it. It's got to be tipped out by Duster. It's going to be Mavericks ball.
Yeah, teams are getting after it. Regardless of the situation they've had to start the year, they're getting after it.
Dude. Telling you. Kind of like, this is like the start to could be a run. So I think both these teams are just fighting hard. But I mean, let me tell you about, bro. Sam Brennan, that floater.
That was good. Good look. Just
he's
came
been
up
hitting
long.
those since the kindergarten days, I'm telling you. He's been working that craft. As Coet works his craft, he's going to get it back to Brennan. To Coet. To Stapp down below. Dishes out to Brennan, who puts up a three. Just off the mark. It's going to be tipped out by Monarch High. It's going to be
Mavs ball. Julian Sosa will check in for Sam Brennan with 2.5 minutes remaining in the first. Mavericks will inbound from the baseline, as Dax Rolls will also check in.
Cohen Hunter inbounds that to Seth Coet, who hits a nice little jumper look there. Sosa's going to dribble that one up the court for Monarch. He's going to get it to Trujillo. Trujillo's going to get that to Hutton. Hutton's going to put up like a little spinning jumper there.
Got a little mismatch there, using his size to back down Brenner Stapp in the post.
Hunter is going to dish that out to Sosa. going to get that to Rogowski. Back to Sosa. It's going to be stolen by Monarch Sosa. Rebounded there by Dax Grohl. He gets a nice putback. It's timeout Mavericks. Tied up. 13-13.
Yeah, a little sloppy by both teams with the basketball. Got to cut down the turnovers because those will make a big difference at the end of this game.
Yeah, that turnover game, you know, any sport, I think you're trying to win the turnover battle. I think in basketball especially, though, right? Like, that turnover battle is just so key. Limiting fast breaks, you know, limiting those free buckets. It's just the key.
So you got 1 minute and 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Tie game 13-13, and the Mavericks have possession.
Hunter's going to take this up the court. Going to get it to Julian Sosa. Over to Coet. He's going to get it to Hunter. Back to Sosa. Over to Hunter.
Monarch is now man-to-man on defense.
Well, Hunter's going to try to hit Stapp on the passing lane there. Just can't get it. As Hutton's going to bring this up for Monarch. As Dax Gross is going to put up a great shot there.
Probably could have been called for a foul. Looked like Coet hit him on the follow-through.
Yeah. Hunter is going to swing to Sosa. Sosa's going to try to get that to Brenner Stapp, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds.
Yeah, Monarch changing up their defensive looks is kind of causing some confusion for the Mavericks right now.
Mavs are going to sub out Seth Coat with Liam Sapp and Jack Rogowski with Samuel Brennan. I mean, Brecken, just what do you think about this? Like, I feel like we're just, you know, really high, fast paced right now. I feel like we just got to slow it down. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, defensively it's not bad. Monarch's just finding open looks because they're passing the ball really well. I feel like in transition we got to slow it down, set up some offense, get some open looks, especially with Coet. You know, he's got the hot hand right now, so we got to find some bench energy and get some other people going in rhythm.
Yeah, fuel the fire, right? Like, feed the hot hand. Just kind of relax, maybe chill out a little. But ultimately, get that work in.
So teams will go back into their huddles. Got some debris on the floor.
Is that what that is? Oh, it might be a little. Yeah, ooh, a lot of debris on the floor. Gee whiz. I mean, the band, dude, the band tonight is just fantastic. Band tonight's fantastic. We got the greatest broadcasting crew on earth.
So we got some water spilled by the cheer team.
Oh, gee whiz. We got the cheer team throwing water. It's just getting rowdy in here. The crowd's just getting so hyped. All right. Tag Hutton's going to bring this one up from Monarch High. He's going to bounce that right off of Cohen Hunter's shin.
Got right in the passing lane there and to knock that ball out of bounds.
Tag Hutton. He's going to get that to Grulls. He's going to swing that over to Tiger Smith. He's going to put up a shot that's off the mark. Rebounded by Cohen Hunter. Going to get it over to Samuel Brennan. Brennan to Sosa. To Sapp. To Brennan. He's going to put up a nice fake and a floater. Just off the mark. That was rebounded there by Jake Santee. However, it's going to be the end of the first. Current score is 13-16. Monarch High is currently leading the way.
Yeah, kind of cold shooting to start the night for both teams. And that's been a story for kind of both of their seasons. So,
yeah, I mean, like, you know, I think it's kind of difficult to get this energy flowing, you know. Right now, right, like as we said earlier, just Seth Coet with a hot hand. Comes out, bangs 2 threes, and it's barbecue chicken from there. You know what I'm saying there, Breck and Falco, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Here we go. All right, Sosa is going to bring that up for Monarch High. He's going to dish that to Santee. He's going to get it to Trujillo. Back to Sosa. Over to Duster, who puts up a shot that's off the mark.
yeah, Monarch's kind of settling for threes right now.
Yeah.
And the Mavericks are really fine with that for now.
Brendan over to Coet. To Hunter. Back to Coet. That's going to be a blocking foul on number 1, Rayleigh Sosa.
Sapple inbound to Brennan. Corner 3. Got it. Tie game as Sosa will now bring the ball up the court.
Corner 3 from Samuel Brennan. You love to see it. Sosa is going to get that to Duster. Duster's going to get that out to Trujillo, who's going to try to put up a 3 but doesn't shoot the ball. That's going to be Duster, who drives in. Gets a foul on the ground. It's going to be Hutton inbounding. He's going to get that to Trujillo. Puts up a fadeaway jumper off the look. It's going to be Jake Santee puts up another shot off the mark. That's rebounded by Sapp. Hunter with the ball. Over to Coet. Oh. Coet tries to stop. Slips. Commits a travel.
Yeah, it all goes back to the wet floor. We'll see. I saw a little slip over here earlier on the other possession. So
that wet floor is brutal. Need a caution sign out there, maybe. Sosa's going to take this up for Monarch High. He's going to get that to Santee. Santee's going to get it to Duster. Back to Santee, I believe.
looked like tried to force an offensive foul there. Didn't get it called.
believe we got a flopping call there. Called for flopping, yeah. It's going to be Sosa with a fadeaway
That was
jumper.
out, yep.
That's going to be out of bounds. He's going to hear that student section letting him know. Brennan is going to take this up for the Mavs. He's going to get it to Hunter. He's going to get it to Rogowski, back to Brennan. Over to Hunter. To Coet. To Sapp. He's going to drive. Put up a nice look. He'll get fouled there. It's a good look by Sapp.
Sapp will go to the free throw line. He's shooting 38% from the free throw line. Looking to turn that around here with 2. First one's off the mark.
I had a coach tell me one time, free throws win basketball games. That might be the case tonight here as we're tied up 16-16. Already just cutthroat game. Brenner Stapp is going to sub in for Sapp. Lamarck is going to inbound to tag Hutton. Hutton's going to get that to Trujillo. Trujillo's going to commit a travel there. As Brennan's going to take this up the court for the Mavs. Brennan's going to dish to Hunter, to Rogowski. Going to drive out to Brenner Stapp, who puts up a 3. Brenner's going to follow that shot and get his own rebound.
Monarch ball. His possession arrow points their way. Oh, sorry, Mead ball.
And that's going to be
Mav ball.
Mavericks ball. Love to see it. We love to see it. Coet's going to get that to Hunter, who's going to give it back to Coet, and they're going to put up a jumper. That was a nice play.
Yeah, well-designed play. And get the ball to Coet. It's working.
Hot hand. Hot hand. Dax Groves is going to put up another shot. It's going to... I am a little confused on what just happened.
Monarch, once again, settling for the early 3. Not working too well to start.
However, it is Mavs ball. Brennan's going to give that to Stapp, who's going to give it to Hunter. It's going to be a foul. Number 50, Isaiah Kirby. Coet's going to inbound that to Hunter, who's then going to get it to Rogowski. They're going to call another travel.
Turnovers.
We talked about this turnover battle earlier. It's going to be a theme of the night. You know, both teams are trying to limit turnovers. However, it's going to be the turnover battle, so really it's going to come down to who can do it better. As Hutton brings this up to the court, he's going to dish that to Kirby. He's going to dish that to Duster. Duster's going to get it to Groles. Over there. Tries to get it back to Duster, but they're going to call another travel. That's back-to-back. You don't see that very common at the high school level, but it does happen. Does happen. There's a lot of travel calls on the night. Zergowski's going to send that over to Coet, who's going to get it to Hunter, who puts up a deep three. Oh, that would have been electric. It's a good
some pressure on defense.
Showing it a bit different of a look there. Hutton's going to dish that to Trujillo. He's going to get that to Kirby. Over to Santee. Back to Hutton. I mean, that three was way beyond the arc.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a great shot selection, but it went down, so it doesn't matter.
On the bottom of the net, I guess. That's all you can ask for. Rogowski's got the ball. He's going to give that to Hunter. Hunter to Stapp. Stapp to Coet, who puts up a deep three, tries to match. Off the mark. Seth's going to poke that out.
Teams are getting a little too aggressive here. Gotta slow it down, play at a good pace.
Yeah, we're going to have to, kind of watch that. As Monarch's going to sub back in, Riley Sosa. As Hunter's going to take this up the court for the Mavs. Brendan's going to get it to Coet. He's going to put up a great move for a lay. That's going to be... Santee puts up a shot. That's in. That's a good shot. That's a good look. Mavs down 3 currently as Hunter takes up the ball. He's going to get it to Coet. He's going to dish to Brennan. Back to Coet. He's going to go out to Hunter. Hunter's going to put up a nice looking lay there. Sosa's going to take it up for Monarch. He's going to put up a fadeaway lay. Brecken, what do you think of that one?
That was a great look. He's undersized, smallest player on the court, but that didn't stop him on that one. Monarch's on a little bit of a run here.
Brennan's going to go to Hunter. Hunter to Rogowski. Back to Stapp. Going to go back to Hunter. Over to Coet. They're going to call a charge. That's a charge on Seth Coet. And you can see that Rayleigh Sosa's fired up about that call.
Yeah, he's been a problem to start. His effort has been very high defensively, offensively, and causing problems here for the Mavericks.
He just comes out with an intensity, that Rayleigh Sosa, bro. He comes out flying down that court. I mean, that 40 times got to be sub 5, the way he's moving. Fun fact here, Palco runs a sub 540. Look at that.
Well, so does Ethan Elmore.
Oh, wow. Got a fast duo up here. Might be the fastest broadcast duo we have.
I would hope so.
I would hope so, actually. That's not really a flex. That's hey, you know what? We'll wear it like champions, folks. We're going to wear that one like champions. You know who else runs a sub 540? I heard, in his prime, Coach Reese.
I don't doubt it.
I heard Coach Reese was an animal with the speed.
I don't doubt it. Coach Reese has been coaching here since the school opened. He's a 260 and 117 record at the helm. It is his 16th year. And he's been very successful. He's had a very successful program. A bunch of the banners up there are for boys basketball, including one white state championship banner in 2021, right after COVID.
It was a great year. That basketball team was fun to watch. Similar to these boys, they're fun to watch. Samuel Brennan's going to take that up the court. He's going to get it to Brenner Stapp. Over to Rogowski. Brennan. Going to dish that to Rogowski. Sam puts up that floater just off the mark. Grange is going to get that to Seth Coet. Going to get that to Rogowski. Rogowski going to drive. Powerful.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
Rogowski's a big boy.
Saw it on the football field.
Yeah, big tight end. Key asset on the football field. Brennan's going to get that to Rogowski. That ball's going to be tipped out by Jake, Santee. That's going to be
Mav ball.
Seth Coates going to inbound to Rogowski. He's going to drive. Put up a nice shot, and there's going to be a foul.
Yeah,
Number 22, Jake Santee.
Using his size to get deep into the paint and draw some contact. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, you love to see that.
Shooting 54% from the stripe this year.
Misses that first one. As Sosa is going to bring this up for Monarch. 12 seconds left. Hutton's got up top. He's going to dish it to Santee. He's going to drive. Put up a nice shot. Seth with a half-court heave. Oh, almost bangs it. That sends us into halftime.
Got flashbacks from the Frederick game last year.
Oh. Sends us into halftime. Monarch High leading 18-27. All righty, here we go, folks. Back with half number
2.
tonight. Here with
Mr. Palco and Mr.
Elmore. It's going to be an exciting one, folks. We got a lot of special things for you planned here. No, we don't. Sosa's going to take it up the court from Monarch High. He's going to dish that to Duster. Oh, that shot was rejected. As Trujillo is going to fight for that rebound, and it's going to be out of bounds. That's going to be your
Mav ball.
Sam Brennan. Sorry about that, folks. We're coming back from the flu here. Brenner Stapp's going to dish it back to Brennan. He's going to drive, put up a shot. Going to chuck that down to Trujillo. He's going to get it to Sosa in the corner. That's going to be a 3-point foul. It's committed by number 2, Seth Coet. That will be his second personal.
Sosa shooting 42% from the line this year.
Sosa's really scrappy, man. Really quick, agile. He's got one more here, as it was a 3-point play the foul was committed on. And he goes 0 for 3 from the mark. Hunter's going to get that to Brennan. Brennan to Stapp. Stapp to Coet. Coet back to Stapp. Sosa's going to push that up the floor to Duster. He's going to put it in a nice, free, fast bucket lay.
Sosa being a menace once again.
Hunter. He's going to dish to Rogowski. Back to Hunter. To Coet. To Brennan down below. Looking for a shot inside that paint. Puts up that nice floater we've been talking about. Makes it rattle and it finds the bottom of the net. Sosa takes it up the court for the Mavs. Or for Monarch, excuse me. Jake Santee with that nice mid-range jumper. Hunter is going to take it up the court here. Going to dish to Coet. To Stapp. He's going to drive. Foul call on the ground.
Yeah, it looks like Monarch's trying to make Coet drive to the left, and they're bringing Sosa up with him down the entire court. Never left his side.
Stuck like glue. Seth with a nice pull-up. However, off the mark. That's a great look by Jack Duster right there. I mean, that's phenomenal. Brendan's going to take it up the court for the Mavs. He's going to get it to Coet, to Hunter. Hunter's going to drive with a nice finish and a great putback by Brenner Stapp. It's a great putback there, good look. Oh. It's going to be a offensive charge on Jack Duster.
Yeah, looked like an illegal screen there. Looked like he was still moving.
Monarch subs out Riley Sosa for Tiger Smith, who is also going to press on Seth Coet. Monarch pressing Seth. Trying to get him a little rise, but Mavs are just going to give that ball to Hunter. Back to Coet. To Brennan. To Stapp. To Coet. Monarch trying to lock down Seth. Brennan to Hunter. Hunter to Rogowski. Rogowski back to Hunter. Hunter with the three. Ooh. That's rebounded by Dax Groles. He's going to get it to Trujillo. He's going to get it to Smith. Groles with the three. That's off the mark. Brennan's going to take it up the court for the Mavs. Dishes to Hunter. Hunter is going to be dishing that to Stapp. Stapp is going to try and drive, but will then be fouled by number 44, Dax Groles. Mavs are going to sub in number 3, Julian Sosa, for number 5, Cohen Hunter. Going to try to get that to Brenner Stapp. That's going to be stolen by Dax Groles. That's going to be Tiger Smith with a free lay. That's going to force Mavs to get a timeout there.
Yeah, poor transition D. Let them get ahead and get an easy bucket. Coach Reese, I'm sure, is going to let them know that's unacceptable during this huddle.
Yeah, I mean, probably fuming right now.
Yeah, we'll see the adjustments they make due to the pressure on Seth Coet. See if they can get him going to the left or get some more offense going.
Yeah. I mean, you'd love to see just like a mid-game spark here for the Mavs.
They need it. Now's the time to do it.
Yeah. No better time than now. Mavs coming out with that little break there. A little hydration, a little spark lit for them. Seth Coet is going to go to Julian Sosa, who's going to put up a nice lay. That was dirty. That was just so clean. That's a deep three from Hutton there. Sosa's going to push this ball up the court.
Turnover, crucial word there.
Like we said, that turnover battle, it's coming down to it. Monarch's got an 11-point lead in this third quarter. Hutton puts up a great shot there. That's 3 deep beyond the mark. Brendan's going to take this up the court for the Mavs. He's going to dish to Coet. Coet to Stapp, who's going to put that up. That's a nice rebound by Rogowski. He's going to dish to Julian Sosa, who puts up a shot. It's off the mark. It's going to be tipped out by the Mavs. That's going to be Monarch ball. Salsa is going to bring it up for Monarch. That's Hutton again from deep. Brendan's going to take it up for the Mavs. Coet puts up a three. Just off. Mavs really looking for that one. That's to Tiger Smith. Smith to Lamarck. Lamarck to Sosa. That's going to be a push there. Committed by number 3, Julian Sosa. That'll be Monarch ball. Hutton's got the ball. He's going to get that to Smith. Smith to Sosa, who's going to put up the shot, and he's just going to bang that.
Monarch's knocking down those shots now.
Monarch's got a little pep in it now. Monarchs with the hot hand. They got the momentum and the energy, that's for sure. Brendan's got this one. Brendan to Rogowski. Rogowski to Coet. Coet to Brendan. Brendan to Rogowski. Rogowski's back to Coet. He's going to get that to Stapp. Stapp's going to go back to Coet. He's going to try to go back to Stapp, but he's going to get that just out of reach. It's going to be Monarch ball.
Mavericks making some changes, looking for a spark.
Yeah, I hope they find it. You know, they've been fighting, they've been pushing.
Good effort there by Stapp. Pinning that ball against the glass, but Monarch was able to grab the rebound.
That was a good ball by Lamarque. That ball stolen by Sosa, who's going to lay it up. That's going to be another steal for Sosa. Dax Grohl is going to give that up. Hunter's got the ball down low. He's going to turn that over again.
I thought on the baseline here, it looked like Sosa was out of bounds when he stole the ball the second time, but no call, didn't end up mattering. See what they can do with 6.6 remaining.
That was a foul on Samuel Brennan, his first. 3 seconds left in the third. That was a good putback attempt there. Sosa tried to get up that last second shot, just couldn't make it fall.
That was a key quarter to the game, and when something happens like that, it's how you respond. So, fourth quarter, see how if the Mavericks can stay in the fight.
They went on a pretty deep run there, especially in those last few minutes. They got 4 pretty quickly, and you know, that's a lot of energy. Like that takes a lot of energy from a team and gives it to themselves, you know.
Yeah, just immediately from the start of the third quarter, the energy just wasn't there. They looked like they didn't want it anymore. There's no fight left.
Yeah, I mean, boys were fighting all game, you know. It's just brutal. All right, Sapp's going to take it up for the Mavs. He's going to get something rolling here. He's going to give it to Brendan. Brendan back to Sapp. Going to get it to Gag J. right, that's Santee. He's going to take it up. Oh, he's going to dish that to Duster. Duster's to Trujillo, who's going to put up a 3. That's a bit off the mark. They're going to call that a foul on number 5, Cohen Hunter, and they're going to send Jake Santee to the line. Take it away for
Santee's been shooting 50% on the year. Second one is good. Brennan will bring this one up the court. Sosa with some early pressure. Driving. Pass out to Hunter. Hunter from the wing. Got it. Big shot there from Cohen Hunter.
That's coming from downtown Cohen Hunter right there. Sosa's going to take this up the court. He's going to dish to Trujillo to Duster. Duster to Hutton. Hutton back to Duster to Sosa, who's going to put up a 3. Yeah, and he's going to match that one. That was deep. Sosa is having a great game.
I think this is a game you can watch the film of one player and say, we need everyone to play like this.
Sap got annihilated right there. Yeah, I mean, you look at those hustle points from Sosa. Rebounds, steals, putbacks. I mean, he's getting his team second shots, second, third, you know, fourth looks, honestly. And that's what you love to see, is a guy who's doing everything to get everything too.
2 missed shots there from Sapp.
0 for 2 at the line there. That's Hutton. Tag Hutton with a nice fadeaway jumper right there. Hunter takes it up the court. You can get that to Gang J, who's going to put up a deep 3. It's going to be off Sapp with a nice rebound. He's going to dish it to Brennan. He's going to put up a nice jump shot there. Crafty is what Sam Brennan is. As Hutton's going to take this up the court. He's going to get that to Santee. Santee to Sosa, who's going to, he's going to give it to Trujillo. Back to Hutton. Over to Duster. That's great defense by Brenner Stapp. The ball is going to be stolen by Samuel Brennan. He's going to get it to Sapp for a fast break. And they can't get the bucket.
Guess who's involved there? Sosa.
Rayleigh Sosa. I mean, that's those hustle points, right? That's the hustle points we were just talking about. I'd almost love to see that energy on a football field.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he plays football, but that's that hustle you see from our own, like Carter Woods. That's a hustle we'd see. Seth Coet puts up a shot and gets fouled. Seth is going to head to the line.
Yeah, I can see why the reaction there from Trujillo. I don't think there's much there, but regardless, Coet will head to the line for 2.
Coet with his first shot attempt. He's going to be off the mark.
A little weird there. He's a pretty solid free throw shooter. Shoots 85% from the stripe. So just not like him to miss that.
Yeah. Highest percentage on the team. There it is. That's the Seth we know. Hutton's going to take that up. He's going to get it to Duster. Duster's going to get that to Smith. Smith's going to swing that over to Lamarck. Back to Duster. He's going to get it back to Smith. He's going to put up a nice look. Monarch is just guarding Seth like glue. No room to breathe. Hunter drives. He's going to kick it out to Sam Brennan. Brandon's going to put up that nice floater just off the mark. Oh, they're going to skip pass all the way down, but it's going to go into back to Hutton. Brandon's going to skip pass on a fast break to Seth Coet, who's going to commit a travel violation. Mavs kind of got to slow it down, take a breath. We're getting a little too fast. We're ditching the fundamentals. It's going to be Hutton taking it up the court. He's going to dish that to Kirby. Kirby back to Hutton. Hutton's going to put up a shot that's going to be rebounded by Hunter. Hunter's going to give it to Sapp. Over to Brennan. To Coet, who puts up a three. Bang, from downtown. That's why they're guarding him like glue, but still finds the open man. Hutton's going to get that to Groles. Over to Kirby. Kirby to Lamarck. Back to Smith, who's going to put up a shot. That's going to be off the mark. That's going to be a jump ball.
Possession goes to Monarch there.
It's going to be Monarch ball. Kirby will inbound to Sosa. Sosa's going to drive and just put up a nasty layup right there. That looked like a professor shot. I mean, that was disgusting. Brandon's going to drive all the way and put up his own. Oh, but they're going to call it a travel. I don't think I've seen that kid commit a travel violation since kindergarten. It's always, hey, it's a good whistle, though. Kirby's going to put up a three. That's off. Just a bit outside. Sapp's going to take it up to Rogowski, who puts up a three. Rogowski is cash. 2 for 2 from the three-point line. Love to see that from the big fella. Sosa is going to dish that to Groels, who's going to respond back with a three of his own. Cohen's going to drive. He's going to put up a good look there. He's going to get fouled, and they're going to send him to the line. Mavs are going to sub in T and Gloyd. As Seth bangs both of those. That's what we need to see. Sosa's going to take the ball up the court for Monarch. And he's going to drive. And, I mean, that's got to be one of the craziest layups I've ever seen. The ball got blocked. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Brecken's got the better view.
Yeah, he put some spin on it off the backboard again. Not the first time we've seen him do that. But the crazy part is, he only averages 6 points per game.
He is well
and
above
2
that.
steals. Only 2 steals per game. So, he showed up tonight.
He's well above that tonight, folks. He is putting in those hustle points. Just, I mean, that's a crazy lay. Gets his own rebound. Oh, but they're going to call it a travel.
His kryptonite is the free throw line, though. So one thing he has not done well tonight.
Seth Coates going to take it up the court. He's going to put up a three. It's going to be off the mark. Brennan's going to get that rebound. He's going to get that to Gloyd. He's going to go back to Coet, over to Brennan. Brennan's going to get that to T and Gloyd. Out to Coet. He's going to put up a three. That's off the front of the rim. Smith is going to put up that layup there. That's a good look. Monarch still playing lockdown D on Seth Coet. Brenner Stapp's going to drive. Put up a great look. That's going to just miss. As Rogowski will get that rebound, put it back, and get fouled. That's what we love to see. Rogowski takes a mark. There's one. Looking for two. And there's two. Sosa's going to take the ball up the court for Monarch. And he's going to make a good move, but just didn't quite get the finish there. Seth is going to make a good move on that lay. Gloyd is going to get the rebound. And Stapp's going to put it back up for the and one. That's what you love to see. It's where you want to be. That rhyme was so flea. I don't know. I don't rap. Welcome to the freestyle. Brenner Stapp converts it to the three-point play. Sosa looks a little tired. I mean, makes a little bit of sense. It's going to be Lamarck in the corner. Back to Sosa. He's going to put it up again. But that's going to be rebounded and put back by Isaiah Kirby. That's a good look there.
Usually teams will dribble it out there because there's no shot clock, but Monarch not settling.
Seth puts up a good jumper there. Seth's showing out tonight for the Mavs. Monarch just kind of wasting here. I wouldn't expect a shot getting put up. 8 seconds left in the game. As Sosa will dribble that out. That's a good game, folks. Your Mavs 45, Monarch High 63. Once again, thank you for watching. My name's Ethan Elmore.
I'm Brecken Palco.
We hope y'all have a great night.
We'll see you next time.
Peace out.